To cover the abs. This one is just going to cover the upper abdominal area. Really trying to isolate and get the most burn, the most bang for your buck up here. So a couple different ways you can do this: feet on the ground, feet in the air, knees bent, knees straight, however you want to do it. I like to have the knees open a little bit because I try to take my hip flexors out of it, and I prefer having my feet up. I just feel like I get a better squeeze. So there's nothing wrong with doing your crunches with the feet on the ground and the knees bent. That's perfectly fine. Personally, like I said, I touch my feet, I keep my knees open, I bring them up to where I feel the flattening of the back, my tailbone is up just a little bit, and I'm crunching here. So what you want to focus on when you're crunching, think like you're leading from your sternum. Think like right here is what's pulling up. Okay, that's the rectus abdominis, that six-pack muscle everybody wants. Its responsibility, all it does is pull your sternum to your pelvis and your pelvis to your sternum. Okay, so think about that sternum pulling up, get that squeeze in the abdominal area. You'll see a lot of times people, when they're doing this, they're pulling on their head and they're kind of tucking that chin and get that going on where you can't breathe. Check yourself as you're doing these and see, do I feel tension in my arms? Do I feel tension in my hands? Am I pulling on my head? Your hands are just there to cradle your head so your neck doesn't start straining. So you're here, my hands are not flexed, my arms aren't flexed. All I'm doing is using that abdominal region, your rectus abdominis, to pull up, come back down. Okay. There's a number of ways to make this more difficult. If you want to come up and not let the shoulder blades touch, come back up, get that squeeze. As you come up, you can blow that air out. Squeeze those abs down. Again, if you want to keep the feet high, come up, touch, back down. There's a number of different ways to do it. You just want to make sure as you're doing it that you've got that good proper form, quality over quantity. If you're in here knocking out 50 crunches, you're not doing anything. I'd much rather have quality over quantity when you're doing crunches, when you're doing any exercise, but especially crunches, and working that abdominal region. Nice, slow, controlled, good breathing, not pulling, no flex in the arms or upper body, strictly in that abdominal region. That's how you do a proper crunch.